Hey everyone, welcome back. It's me, the part-time economist, and in today's video, I am going to give you a super simple, easy to understand explanation of how to reshape your data in the R programming language using both the pivot longer and pivot wider commands. These commands are essential for putting your data into the correct format so that you can run your analysis, so that you can do what you need to do. However, they can also be a little bit confusing. I know when I first started learning R, it was really hard for me to understand how all the pieces fit together. So the purpose of this video is to make your life a little bit easier and save you some of the confusion that I had to deal with. So with that being said, the first thing we're going to do, we're going to go to library. We're going to pull in the Tidyverse because this has both the data set and the functions that we're going to be using to do this reshaping. So the specific data set that we're going to work with is the Billboard data set. And what you'll notice is that this is a list of various songs, right? So it's going to have the song, and then it's going to have their ranking on the Billboard over several weeks. So for example, Tupac, right? Week 1, it has 87. Week 2 is 82. Week 3 is 72. Now, this is good, right? It has the information that we need, but it's in the incorrect format. A lot of times when you're running an analysis, you don't want one song and then 8 different columns. You want a song and then its rank for week 1. The same song and then its rank for week 2, right? You want it in the long format, and that is exactly what pivot longer is going to help us to do. So let's work through this example. We're going to go with Billboard, and we are going to use the pipe operator, and we're going to send that to pivot underscore longer. Now, there's a couple key pieces of information that we need to use here. The first, we need to tell it what columns in this data set do you want us to pivot. Right now, this is very helpful for us because you'll notice that all of the columns start with the same prefix, right? They all start with WK. So this is really easy for us. We're going to go with col, C-O-L, and that is equal to starts, S-T-A-R-T-S, with, and we're going to start with WK, right? Because they all start with week. Now that we have that, we need to tell it a couple additional pieces of information. The first is names. Where do we want to put these names, right? Where are we putting the names? Now, this is something that I always messed up because I didn't understand, what does names mean? Names simply refers to the column headers in the original data set. So we're saying, look, week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, right? When we transform this, when we pivot it longer, we're going to have, for example, Tupac 87, and then we need to put a label there, right? What is 87? What is it referring to? It is referring to the score on week 1. So what we're going to go with, we're going to go names 2, and then we are going to enter the name of the new column that we want to create. And again, you can call this whatever you want. I'm going to call it time underscore period. And the reason that I'm not just calling it week is because I want you to see that it's a distinct category. It's a distinct column from week that we have in the original data set. Okay. Now what we need to do is, what are we doing with these specific values, right? So we have 87, 82, 72, right? What is the column that we're putting those in? So we're going to go with values, V-A-L-U-E-S. And those values are going to go to, we're just going to call it Billboard underscore rank, right? Now what's going to happen when we run this, you're going to notice that it changes that format. So instead of having Tupac all of these different times, right? We're going to have Tupac week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, right? It's going to be in that long format. Now, a couple other things that I want to call your attention to. What you'll notice is that this time underscore period, that is exactly what our names 2 was referring to, right? So time period is week. Where does week 1, week 2, week 3 come from? It comes from these original column names. The values in this data set, billboard rank, right, that is coming from the values that we originally had going left to right. So that's how to pivot longer. In my experience, pivot longer is what you're going to use the vast majority of the time. Almost all of the analysis that I run, almost all of the graphing, all of the plotting, right, it uses pivot longer. So if you know pivot longer, you're in a really good spot. But in the sake of completeness, I want to show you pivot wider as well. So for pivot wider, we're actually going to be working with a different data set. Don't worry, it's still included in the Tidyverse, so there's no need to download anything different. But the data set we're actually working with is called fish encounters. So essentially what this data set does is it tracks a specific fish, right? So fish number 4842, it tracks its progress through various recording stations, right? So it was at the release station, it was at I-80_1, then it was in Lisbon, and then it has a variable called scene, right? And this variable indicates whether or not it was at a specific station. Now, we are currently in the long format because you can see all of these go up and down. But if we are thinking about this from a human perspective, right? We want to see a fish's journey across time, and it might be a little bit easier for us to do that in a long format, right? Going from left to right. So instead of having this, what we want to do, we want to see it again in that long format. So again, very simple. What we're going to do, we are going to pipe that into the pivot, and we're going to go with pivot wider command. Now, what we're going to do from here is, again, we need to enter a couple key pieces of information. Now, this is a very basic data set where not a lot is going on. Don't worry, I'll show you a more advanced data set in a minute. But this is a very basic data set, so we really only need to give it two things. The first is names. Now, what you're going to notice is that this is kind of the opposite of pivot longer. In pivot longer, we said names too, right? We were taking these columns and we were kind of collapsing them into a single column. Now what we're doing is we are expanding things. So we're asking, where are the names of these new columns going to come from? It is going to come from station. Now you will notice something incredibly important. When we were doing pivot longer, we put these in parentheses, right? Because we were using a string to create a new column name. Here we are not doing that. We are not using the quotes because we are selecting an actual column in the data set. So the station column, and then values from, and that is going to be seen. Now watch what happens when we run this. It is going to transform all of that into the long format. So we don't have to scroll up and down seeing where a specific fish is. We automatically know fish number 4842, it checked in at all of these stations, right? Fish number 4847, it hit the first 3 stations and then it went missing, right? So that is how you do a basic pivot wider. However, pivot wider can become a little bit more complex, so I do want to show you an example of that as well. And for that example, we're going to use US_rent income. And what you'll notice is that when we look at this rent income, again, we are currently in the long format, but we run into a couple issues, right? First off, you'll notice that Alabama is listed twice. It has income, rent. It has this thing called MOE, which is the margin of error. And again, we don't want this, right? We don't want someone wasting time going up and down. We want them to just look at Alabama and see all of the relevant information. So let's try working through this. I'm going to do things first the wrong way so that you can see why it's an issue, and then I'll show you how to fix it. So let's start off doing things again the wrong way. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's pivot, and we are going to go with pivot wider. We're going to go with names from, and we want the names to be coming from this variable column. So essentially what we're doing is we're saying, look, create a new column called income, a new column called rent. If there's a unique name in this variable column, you should create a new column from that name. So we're going to go with variable, VAR, okay. And then we're going to go with values, VALUES, from, and we're going to go with estimate, right? ESTI. it is a lot harder to talk and type than you think. So ESTIMATE, let's go ahead and run that. And okay, so now what you'll notice is that we have it partially correct, right? So we have Alabama, we have the margin of error, we have income, but rent is NA. Then we have Alabama again, where we have MOE, we have income, we have no income, but rent is NA, right? So that is a problem. That is an issue that we need to fix. Okay, so let's try one thing to fix that. Let's go with ID underscore columns. And essentially what we're going to do now is we're going to say, look, this is a specific ID, right? Use this as a unique identifier variable. So let's go with NAME. And again, this isn't going to do exactly what we want, but I want to show you the process, right? So when I do that, it is going to get rid of those duplicates, right? So now we only have Alabama one time, but we've run into a problem, right? We only have income and rent. We don't have margin of error. So again, that's better, but it's not what we want. What we are actually looking for, we want income, rent, we want the margin of error for rent, and the margin of error for income. So how do we do that? And the answer here is extremely simple. So where it says values from, we currently have it as estimate, but we don't want that. We actually want two different things. So we want, yes, estimate, but we also want MOE, right? We want both of these. Now what you'll notice when we run that command, we have the data exactly how we want it for each state, right? We have all the relevant information. So we have the income estimate, the rent estimate, and then the margin of error for both of those variables. So that is how you use pivot wider, pivot longer. I hope you found the video useful. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you next time.